I'm going to start this video in a way I don't usually, by saying you should go out and download Datawing right now. It is one of the most interesting games I have played on mobile in a long time. And this is kind of a half hands-on, half review. Basically, we hadn't done a review of it on Pocket Gamer. We're a bit late to the party because it came out a couple of weeks ago, and I've just spent most of the afternoon on it to the point where I've deleted the app and re-downloaded it so I can show you the beginning and how it plays out. From an initial look, it just looks like one of those kind of retro-styled top-down racers. I'm tapping the left side of the screen to turn left, right side to turn right. That's it. That's all you've got to worry about. The way the mechanics themselves work is I'm kind of thrusting off the side of the track. When I get close to it, you can see a little, there you go, that flare appears, and that's how you actually boost speed, which is a really neat little mechanic. If you just crash into the wall, your thrusters will stop for about a second. So there's kind of trying to find the balance between doing this like skimming the edge with your rockets. Whereas if I do that, there you go, it just kind of stops dead. However, there's much more to this game than the racing. I'm being ordered about by this little emoji character who is essentially like running a computer network system. He's an AI of some kind, and I am a Datawing. I am doing his bidding, sending data packets back and forth through this network of nodes. He's giving me gems, which don't actually really do anything, but it's because it's taking the form of the game. It's like, you like gems, don't you? Have gems. You want gems? And it's like, well, okay, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. Each level is different, so instead of it just being a bunch of races, some of them are about doing things within a set time period. Very soon, they start to introduce lots of different mechanics like gravity areas, where the whole level will be affected by 2 or 3 times the level of gravity, and suddenly you realize these levels aren't top-down, they're almost like they're vertical, like we're racing along a wall, and so gravity starts to pull you to the bottom of the track. Another thing to mention is that this game is free. And notice I said free there, not free to play. It is a free game. You can play it. It'll probably take you around 2 to 3 hours to complete in its entirety. There are no in-app purchases. There's no additional stuff it's trying to sell you. It's just play this cool game. Even weird things start happening, like it starts to throw maths problems at you before you start a level. And you're like, what the hell is going on here? What game is this? See these dotted lines? These dotted lines mean I can't boost off the side of them, where in the same way that I can, whoa, the white ones, and those little whirly paths you see above me, those are either boosters, so that you can fly through them and gain some speed, or they'll slow you down if they're going in the other direction. I need to get a little bit of a run up on this. Here we go. Hey, made it round. Same here. Get the run up, boost off the side. Beautiful. I need to push my way up here. You can see how it's kind of like working against me. Go, 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 go. There we are. Then some really strange stuff begins to happen, where you start uncovering data files and another personality is thrown into the mix, another AI character. And then even weirder than that, you start finding, I don't really want to spoil it, you start finding like excerpts that seem to come from the human world. It's a really unusual thing. You can probably tell because I'm kind of bouncing from point to point really quickly, but the bottom line is, it's much more than it appears to be. This is not just, I'm going to restart that, a racer. There's a lot more going on here, and it's really, really cleverly integrated, and there's a lot of attention to detail here. Even the way the game is presented in this retro style, and it's got lots of this Vaporwave style music, the synthwave stuff that's ever so popular at the minute. I have finished and won. But there's a lot of clever stuff going on in the way that it creates the CRT TV effect and the weird interlacing that's going on and the phasing of the visuals. Like, look what's happening now. Check this out. That's him thinking, apparently. You'll assist me while I serve the user. So this AI, as he says, he's human. He's working for a human, rather, the system's owner. And this guy, this little emoji character, has been told that if he does what he is told to, he'll become human or start to gain sentience and emotion, which he does over the course of this. And that's kind of his motivation. You're trying to work out your own motivation until, say, another character appears and starts to speak to you kind of on the sly. I mean, look at this. Look how nice this looks. I mean, just on a simple, graphic, aesthetic level, it's a beautiful game. Super simple. God, I'm failing massively here. but done really beautifully, and it handles superbly because it's just the simple one side of the screen, touch left or right. Long-time fans of the channel will know that I'm hugely into Super Hexagon, so I'm right at home with this extremely simple tap left, tap right to turn, but it's a system that works so beautifully on mobile because you can use your fingers on the screen without it being covered in loads of unnecessary buttons, and it doesn't obscure the action on screen because you just need to tap the far side. It's perfectly designed for this kind of control system. Ooh, how many laps do I need? Yikes. We haven't even got to the weird math stuff yet, all the alternative characters, but to be honest with you, it's not the longest game, and I don't want to show it all to you now. I just want you to go out there, if you've watched this video, do yourself a favour. It costs you literally nothing. It's iPhone and it's iPad and it's Android, and it is genuinely actually free, which is mad, considering it is one of the most interesting, cleverest, and unusual games I've played in ages. So, Data Wing, grab it immediately. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.